Hi folks, it's Chef Kevin. I'm going to be hard boiling 76 quail eggs. I have 76 beautiful little quail eggs right here. And I'm going to be using actually a pasta pot to cook them in. Now I've been perfecting this technique over the last year. I make hard-boiled quail eggs every week, and most of them I give to my wife as snacks. It's like the perfect snack. It's really healthy. It's even healthier than a regular chicken egg. And then the rest I'll pickle for myself for the week. What I have here is a pasta pot. It's about 3/4 full of water. This is the insert. Okay, the water is cold, it just came out of the tap, and the eggs are cold, they came out of the fridge. I'm going to put the eggs in and then bring it up to a boil and then boil them for exactly 4 minutes. Now you don't want to put these quail eggs into boiling water because they'll burst. So that's why you put them in the water and then bring up the heat. Okay, here I go. Heat is on. Now what you have to do is stir them quite frequently. And this is very important because this way the yolk of the egg will remain in the center of the egg. It won't be on the side or the bottom or the top. It will be in the center. And that's important because especially if you use these as an hors d'oeuvre, you want to make it look nice and pretty. And even if you just hard boiled it, you don't want to see the yolk hanging off the side. Okay, after 4 minutes, I'm going to take out the strainer, dump the water, and then I'm going to fill it with a combination of ice and water to shock the eggs. This keeps them from cooking any further, and it also makes it easier to handle. And after about 15 to 20 minutes, I'm going to put them through my egg peeling machine, and I'll show you how that works as well. Okay, this is going to take a little while because I have quite a lot of water in here, and I have to stir it frequently, so don't go nowhere. Okay folks, I've been standing here for a good 10 to 12 minutes, stirring this pot quite frequently, and now it's come to a boil, and I'm going to keep boiling these for exactly 4 minutes. I got my stopwatch here, and then I'm going to cool them down. I have to admit this is a very laborious task, but this is really the best technique to get the perfect hard-boiled egg. Almost there. Okay folks, this is the beauty of the pasta pot technique. That's what I'll call this. Okay, you take the insert out, place that into the sink, and then dump all this hot water out without burning yourself. This is so much easier than taking the eggs out by hand. That was hot. I'm going to add some cold water, and I have a bunch of ice here, right on top of the eggs. I'm going to fill this enough to cover the eggs, and within 15 to 20 minutes they'll be easy to handle. This is called shocking. This prevents the eggs from cooking any longer. It's used in the restaurant business for a lot more than just doing quail eggs. Okay folks, I'm going to let that fill up for a little bit longer, and then I'm going to start peeling them after they're chilled. Okay, I'm going to take the insert out of the pot. At this point I don't have to be too careful because the eggs are going to get cracked anyway. Okay, now what I'm going to do is pre-crack them. That'll make peeling them a lot easier. Okay, this is how I pre-crack them. I have a plastic container with about an inch of water in there. I'm going to scoop up a handful. Shake it about. About 15-20 seconds. And that just pre-cracks the egg, and that'll make it easier to peel the skin off. So I'm going to finish off pre-cracking all of these and then show you exactly how to use the peeling machine. Alright folks, this is the fun part. I'm pretty much all set up here. This is my egg peeling machine. I bought this on Amazon. I think it costs like 60 bucks or so. There's no name on it. I can't tell you who made it. They're all pretty much the same. If you look closely on the inside, you have two rollers that are covered in surgical grade rubber, and they're connected to a handle, and as you turn the handle, the rollers go in opposite directions, and what that does is it catches the egg shell and literally rips it off. So just out of curiosity, I'm going to time myself and see how long it takes to do these 72 eggs. Place them in the rail 5 at a time. Turn the crank. Sort of have to press down a little bit and try to rotate it at the same time. Put some shell on that one. Good. I've got a little mangled, but that happens. Of course you can do this by hand, but quail eggs are different than a chicken egg. Of course it has the harder outer shell, but it also has a thin membrane underneath the shell, and that makes it very difficult to peel by hand. These are coming out quite nice, I'd say. I have to rinse these off after this. There are fragments on here, so. and occasionally you have to reverse it in order to clear the shells that may be jammed onto the rollers. So I'm going to go ahead and finish these off, folks. Okay, that took less than 10 minutes, a little bit less than 10 minutes to peel these with the machine. And now they're ready for the last step, which is to dry them. What I'm going to do simply is spread them out on top of a paper towel and then cover them with a paper towel in layers. I want to get as much water off these as possible. This way they stay nice and fresh. I have some grand idea of actually hooking up the egg peeling machine to a small electric motor. I think that would be quite a fun project. So stay tuned, check back, and thanks for watching. This is Chef Kevin.